this page is just talking about assessing your strength, 1 rep max, how to figure out your 1 rep max. So you want to warm up again. You want to do an initial test, see how much weight you can lift for like 6 to 10 reps. This is important to kind of figure out, okay, what's the weight that you're lifting, and then rest 3 to 5 minutes, and then increase the weight. Add 5, 10 pounds, attempt another lift, and then rest, repeat. And then the highest amount of weight that you successfully lift for 1 rep is what you record as your 1 rep max. But this test, which is direct, it can be very dangerous. It can be very dangerous. And if you're testing, you're going heavy and you're getting close to your 1 rep max, I also recommend do not use stimulants because they affect your nervous system, your response mechanism in your brain and your muscles, where your brain can be jacked up. You can go, adrenaline could be high, could be spiked, and your muscles don't pick up on that. And your brain might be willing to go, but your muscles will give out. So don't try do a direct test of your 1 rep max. Avoid that if you can. And you can do an estimation. That's much, much better. So your estimation, you'd use this calculation, right? 1 rep max would equal the weight that you lifted times 1 times 0.0333 times the number of reps. So for example, if you can squat 200 pounds for 5 reps, your estimated 1 rep max would be like 1 rep equals 200 times brackets. Don't forget the brackets. 1 plus 1.0, which is like essentially it's like 1.0333 times 5. That would be like your 1 rep max. So you don't want to actually lift though 233 pounds, but just use the estimation. That's good enough. Because again, no one's walking around looking at you and be like, this guy can squat 200 pounds, or this guy can squat 300 pounds, or this guy can squat 400 pounds. Yeah, like some of it's like ego. Yes, it's pushing you, and it's not necessarily just all ego, but some of it's just like it's not necessary to hurt yourself, because it's good to put weight on your body to work out and strengthen your bones, but to push to the max, that is not worth it. So you want to know when to pull back, right? Push yourself, but also understand when to pull back. That is important because it saves you from injury. And once you are injured, you might lose 3, 4, 5, or even a year, and you're not training, and your progress is stalling or it's going backwards. So these are the things to consider when you're creating a training program. And yeah, so essentially like safety conditions, like just think about this. Just be safe when you're creating a training program, because safety comes first.